anyone like Charlie Kirk? I'm almost squishy saying that because there isn't a Charlie Kirk. But is there any Charlie Kirk equivalent on the left that is energizing young men for Democrats?
Well, Kamala Harris energized young men. As soon as the women had a call when she was elevated to be the candidate, the men got on the call the very next day.
Hey, Kamala Harris energizes young men like I do.
Yeah. I think we probably
the men is a deceit. That's fine, but that's not the takeaway.
AOC.
Yeah, AOC energizes young men. All right.
What about Pete Buttigieg?
Yeah, no, he's great with that. Everybody, I want to just encourage you to go vote now. There's a couple things happening right now. I'm going to do this the best I can without coughing hysterically. The Google CEO called Donald Trump in the last couple days. The Washington Post just refused to endorse Donald Trump. What's going on here? There are these oligarchs and these titans that are very worried that Trump is going to win. I want to be very clear with you guys. This is not the time to get cocky. This is not the time to loosen up. In fact, I'm going to show you a video of exactly what I'm afraid we're going to do if we just get too high in our own supply. But these are tells, and this shows us that we can win. This shows us that we can win. Again, the Washington Post, this is probably the greatest story of the whole thing. You want to say, oh, polls and early voting. If that doesn't convince you, those of you that say, oh, they're going to steal it and all that, hold on a second. The too big to rig project is in formation right now. The Washington Post is Soviet Pravda, right, Andrew? I mean, it is. They are so bad.
Washington Post is, I would say, 70% Soviet Pravda.
Yeah, it is bad.
Yeah.
It is rotten to the core, in my opinion. Andrew,
they're not as bad as the AP.
No, that's actually true. That is legit. And the New York Times is much better than the Washington Post, for the record. So the Washington Post failing to endorse either candidate, they're going to have a mutiny on their hands. Why is that? It's because Jeff Bezos pulled rank and said, I'm in charge. I have a rocket company, and I'm terrified that Elon Musk is going to use the federal government and his favor and his friendship with Trump to go after my ability to launch rockets into orbit. Understand, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk hate each other when it comes to the space wars. Hate each other. So this right here is three-dimensional chess. Understand this. Bezos thinks Trump is going to win. He sees that Elon and Trump are buddies, and he's like, oh boy, Elon would totally make a phone call to Trump and tell him to pull our permits or to just kind of mess with us. Does that make sense, Andrew?
100%. Yeah, I mean, the Elon Musk dynamic here, you've got the fact that he's also a tech guy. We're talking about how, big tech is seeing this kind of...
This is Space Wars, is what this is.
Yeah, exactly. So these guys all understand that where things are trending, and they're getting ahead of it. I think that's absolutely clear. And you got to understand. I don't think, Charlie, because of my connection to you, I get to be around some of the most high performing men on planet Earth, and the way that dynamic, the rivalry between Bezos and Elon Musk, or Bezos and Tim Cook, or Elon and Tim Cook, like, people cannot underestimate that when you get to a certain level, the type of who's going to win energy.
Yes, it gives a lot of these guys purpose.
There's nothing else.
Bezos has $180 billion. Elon has $290 billion.
There's like 5 people that matter at that level.
Right. And they both, excuse me, they both in their life have had this obsession with dominating space travel. So anyway, that's what's going on here. Bezos called the Washington Post, said, I'm in charge. I own this. You're not endorsing. And then I guarantee you Bezos is now back channeling to Trump, winking and nodding, being like, yo, we're good, right? And that's exactly why the CEO of Google also called Trump and tried to flatter him.
Well, and so did
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg did as well.
So what you are seeing, to put this in summary, is the oligarchs all think Trump is going to win. Zuckerberg was first. He must have saw something in the algorithms. I think he saw something in the waves of data.
Well, Zuckerberg has the metadata from, I didn't mean to even use that expression, but from Instagram and...
Oh, yeah, he can see...
And Facebook.
He can see trends. He can see velocity of topics.
100%.
And so you think about it. You got Zuckerberg, Sundar Pichai, and Bezos that are now all of a sudden trying to suck up to Trump because they know Trump very well might soon be in charge of a $6 trillion federal government.
And all the federal contracts.
And all three of them are very reliant on friendly relationships with the government.